Hello everyone, this is Void Spirit. I'm here to bring you guys amazing fanfiction that you will surely enjoy. But before we start, please subscribe and like the video for more amazing content. 1 Shut Love You Till Death. The magical revolution of the princess and the young lady X. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. This chapter is written by Void King. Let me tell you a story that happened long ago in a kingdom on a faraway planet. It was home to many beings, including humans, elves, dragons, and spirits. This said planet was also home to 2 individuals, namely Anisphia Wind Paledia, the princess of the kingdom of Paledia, and the other one known as Euphelia Magenta, her beloved assistant. Although the 2 were born with different social statuses, they found happiness in each other's company. They conducted experiments on magic technology and fought monsters to obtain materials. There was also a time when Anisphia was cursed by a dragon and destined to become a full dragon in the future. Meanwhile, Euphelia became a spirit due to a spirit covenant. Under normal circumstances, these 2 were destined to live longer, but in this universe, everything is different. Right now, the kingdom of Paledia was engulfed in flames, from trees to houses, and even the royal castle was engulfed in these harsh flames. Outside the royal castle, multiple people were grouped together, including the king, nobles, knights, and even the ordinary residents of the kingdom, all gathered in one place. In front of them were 3 individuals. One was their princess, Anisphia Wind Paledia, and the other was her assistant, or more specifically, her girlfriend, Euphelia Magenta. The 2 were facing a very dangerous being covered in full black clothes, with crimson red eyes and pitch black hair that terrified the hearts of the people. My, it's been a long time since I've had this kind of fun. I never thought that there would be someone on this primitive planet who could give me a good fight, the being clad in black said. What is your goal? Princess Anisphia asked as she pointed her mana blade towards the figure in front of her. Anisphia's medium-length platinum gold hair blew with the northern wind, and her white shirt and jacket were drenched in her own blood. Does introducing myself really necessary for those people who will die soon? The being asked. Euphelia stood up next to Anisphia and looked at the being with hatred, half of her face covered in blood, yet she still stood next to her beloved. Holding arc and seal in her left hand, she stood proudly, even though she knew her body was about to give up due to exhaustion, but her resolve to fight together with Anisphia was strong. Oi, silver blue-haired Chan, please don't look at me like that. If you both really want to know who I am, then my name is Aragon. I'm the king of the proud race of dragons from the planet Brahman, Aragon said. What is your goal? Anisphia asked. There's no goal. I just happened to pass by this primitive planet and decided to have fun, Aragon replied. Was killing innocent people fun to you? Euphelia asked, her gaze intensifying. Why are you both like that? For the 3 of us who are immortal, the lives of these mortals are nothing but playthings. Am I wrong, Dragon Girl and Spirit Girl? Aragon asked Anisphia and Euphelia, having seen through them. So, you already know. Wait, Anisphia, what does he mean by that? The king asked, as he was Anisphia's father, but she always kept secrets from him. And Euphelia, what does that mean, that the 2 of you are immortal? Euphelia's father asked. Anisphia, answer my. Shut it. Father, just shut up father, a voice rang out, it belonging to Algard, who yelled at his father. He was the prince of this kingdom until he was banished due to his own actions. Yet, he was here because once he heard what was happening in his kingdom, he came to help. On his way, he met up with Euphelia and Anisphia, and the 2 told him their secrets. Thank you for shutting up our father, Al-Kun. And father, I'll tell you everything if I manage to survive this, Anisphia said. Her usually careless personality is not seen in her current attitude. Wait, Nay-san, what are you saying? Algard asked. Euphi, please stand back. There's something that I want to do, Anisphia asked Euphelia. No. I'm not going anywhere. I'll stay beside you till the end, Euphelia said. Anisphia was surprised and glad that Euphelia wanted to stand by her side till the end, but she didn't want Euphelia to get hurt because of what she was about to do. I'm sorry, Euphi, but I don't want you to get hurt because of me, Anisphia said and pushed Euphelia back to where the others were. Sam, what are you doing? Euphelia tried to run back to where Anisphia was, but a transparent barrier appeared, surrounding her and everyone else. They were all surprised since they didn't expect a barrier to appear out of nowhere, But Euphyllia already knew where this barrier came from. Anis-sama, please open this barrier, Euphyllia pleaded to Anisphia, who was facing their enemy alone. I'm sorry, but I can't, Euphy. Anisphia turned around with a smile. I want you to live, so I don't want you to get hurt any more than this. After her exchange with Euphyllia, Anisphia looked at Aragon and took a deep breath. She was about to unleash her full power. Ever since she was born, she couldn't use magic and was labeled as useless due to that. But after she received the first from the dragon that she killed long ago, she came to know why she couldn't use magic. During that time, she also managed to learn how to unleash her full power. And she managed to create a magic that would push her body to its absolute limit, called Dragon's Vein. By using such magic, she could gain access to limitless power, but its drawback was that she could only use it once, as it would basically seal her own death. Yet, right now, she was determined to use it because she wanted to protect her family, her friends, her people, and, more specifically, her beloved. Rawwwwwww. Anisphia screamed in pain, and immediately, a crimson-red aura started to flare all over her body. Her skin turned to red dragon scales, and wings started to grow from her back. Her emerald green eyes were replaced by green draconic pupils, and horns appeared from her head. Is that dragonification? No, it's different, but it's also quite similar, Aragon said with a smirk. But Anisphia didn't talk, but instead, she raised her mana blade in the sky, and energy started to gather from her blade. Crimson energy started to form from her blade, an energy alone strong enough to decimate a mountain in half. I will end you with one strike, Anisphia said, showing her blade down. Take this final slash. The energy from her blade hit Aragon, damaging the surroundings, and causing the earth to rumble due to Anisphia's powerful attack. Anis-sama. Euphyllia yelled until the barrier that was stopping them from getting to Anisphia disappeared. Euphyllia immediately ran to see Anisphia, but she was shocked by what she saw. Aragon was standing in front of Anisphia, with a sword in his hand, ready to shove it into Anisphia's chest. By instinct, Euphyllia ran towards Anisphia and positioned herself in the middle of Aragon and Anisphiya, attempting to shield her from Aragon. But it was also no use since both Anisphiya and she were both stabbed by Aragon. Oh. Two birds in one stone. Euphy, why? Anisphiya asked with a weak voice. If you're going to die, at least let me die with you. Anis-sama, her voice was shaky as she felt the pain due to the sword that stabbed through her chest and reached Anisphia's chest. She knew that even though they were both immortal, that didn't mean they couldn't be killed, and she felt that her life force was slowly slipping away from her grasp. You're an idiot, Euphy, Anisphiya said with a smile. I know. But that is me. I love you till death. Those were the last words that Euphyllia heard before her consciousness faded away. In a beautiful kingdom called the Jura Tempest Federation, a girl with long silver blue hair was sleeping in her small home. The girl slowly opened her eyes, revealing her beautiful golden eyes that seemed to see through everything. It's that dream again, Anis-sama, the girl said with a sad tone. Her name is Rimuru Tempest, formerly known as Mikami Satomi and Euphyllia Magenta. She had reincarnated to Earth after her death, and she died again there at the age of 18. She was then reincarnated in a place called the Cardinal World. It's been 19 years since I died as Euphyllia Magenta, but I still can't forget you, Anis-sama, Rimuru said, tears starting to fall from her eyes. She remembers all the happy days she had when she was still Euphyllia Magenta, and she remembers the company of her beloved savior and lover, Princess Anisphiya Win Paledia. Hey, Seal, you said I could revive someone. Rimuru asked her partner, Seal, who was once the ultimate skill named Wisdom King Raphael. She named her after her former sword, Arc and Seal. The reason why she was reckless enough to name a skill is that she felt lonely. Even though she has a nation to govern, she just felt empty and wanted someone to accompany her. Due to that, she named Raphael Seal, and it evolved into a mana. Yes, you could revive a person, master, as long as you have their soul, Seal replied. I see, Rimuru replied with a disappointed tone. Even though she is powerful now, she still can't revive someone who was important to her. She lost Anisphiya due to her being powerless in front of a powerful enemy, and she lost another friend named Shizu Izawa again due to her being powerless. A year after Shizu's death, She obtained unparalleled strength, even becoming one of the demon lords, a group of powerful individuals that maintain the balance of this world. Even so, she can't revive her lover and friend. She was lost in her thoughts until someone talked to her through thought communication. Master, I have finished finding all of the worthy people that may be useful to you. May I ask you to see them? The thought communication from Diablo. Diablo was talking about the people he said he would bring to help serve her. But in reality, Diablo just wants to put all his work onto them so that he could be on Rimuru's side more. I got it, Diablo. Please bring them to the 100th floor, Rimuru replied. As you wish, Master, Diablo said and cut the thought communication. That Diablo really went to find subordinates, and I didn't expect that he would return this early. Well, it doesn't matter. The festival is yet to begin, so having them will also increase our force, Rimuru said and went to the 100th floor of Ramirez's labyrinth. There, 700 strong demons were waiting for her arrival, and leading them were 3 girls. Upon arrival, she was greeted by Diablo and 3 females. They looked like normal humans, but for those who lived long enough to know more about the demon race, one would immediately lose their composure, as the people standing in front of Rimuru were the remaining 3 primordials. My lord, please forgive me. I was planning to get 1,000 new subordinates, but there aren't many who are worthy of serving under you. This is fine, Diablo. You did what you can, and still, a good job, Rimuru said. Oh, Rimuru-sama, this lowly servant of yours doesn't deserve your praise, Diablo said. Rimuru ignored him and proceeded to look at the 3 girls standing in front of her. They are the 4 primordials, Rimuru said. The 3 were surprised that she saw through them so easily. Kufufufu. I knew my master would see through their disguises with ease, Diablo said with a proud tone. I see why Norei is serving someone like you, the woman with white hair and crimson-red eyes said. I judge that you are worthy enough to be my master, the little girl with short purple hair said. Well, both of them agreed, but I haven't yet. If you accept my proposal, I will serve under you, the girl with yellow hair said. Once Rimuru laid her eyes on her, she felt a nostalgic feeling. And what proposal might that be? Rimuru asked, curious about what kind of proposal she might give. I want to ask for permission to use some materials from here, and I would also like to work with your research department, she said with a demanding tone. All right, I will accept it, Rimuru said, as there was no harm in it. She proceeded to name the 3 primordial demons. The woman with white hair was named Testarossa, the little girl with purple hair was named Ultima, and the yellow primordial was named Carrera. After that, she gave them bodies, and the exoskeletons of the bodies that she gave to the 3 demonesses started to grow veins. After that, they grew flesh, and Rimuru helped them adjust. While the 3 were adjusting their bodies to their liking, Rimuru also gave names and bodies to the other demons, and one by one, they all started to evolve. After finishing their evolution, all of the demons, including the 3 girls, knelt down and bowed. We pledge our loyalty to you, Rimuru-sama, they all said in unison. Well, let's all work together from now on, Rimuru said with a smile. Yes, Rimuru-sama. Rimuru was about to leave to prepare more for the upcoming Tempest Founding Festival, but she was halted when she heard familiar words. Yes, now I have a physical body, Carrera said with a happy tone. Now I have a physical body, and Rimuru-sama had given me permission to use material from Tempest. I can now resume my research, but first, I need to recreate Arc and Seal, just in case I meet Yuffie again. Rimuru immediately turned around and went straight to the person who said those words. Carrera. What did you just say? I now have a physical body. No, after that. What is it that you want to recreate? I want to recreate Arc and Seal. It was a rapier-type sword that could also function as a wand. It belonged to someone important to me from the past, so. Rimuru-sama, you're crying, Carrera said in a panic. Yellow. What did you do? Diablo asked. I didn't do anything, Carrera said in a panic. Anise-sama, you're Anise-sama, right? Rimuru said, which surprised Carrera. Yuffie, Carrera said in a surprised tone. Anise-sama, Rimuru said as she hugged Carrera and cried while being embraced by her. I thought I would never see you again, Anise-sama, she said while crying. After a while, Rimuru calmed down, and she asked to be left alone with Era. The other demons left. The two talked about how they reincarnated, and Carrera explained that she herself didn't know how she was reincarnated back to someone who existed even before all of creation began. She also told Rimuru that even her teacher wouldn't tell her why she was reincarnated that way. The teacher she was talking about was Veldanava. You know, Veldanava-sama only said to me that there are things that are better not to know for the greater good, so I didn't actually bother looking for an answer for why I got reincarnated in the past as one of the primordials. You've lived a long time, Anise-sama. Yuffie, being alone for a long time feels empty for me since you weren't with me during that time, Anisphia said. It's also the same for me, Anise-sama. I also felt like an empty shell. But now that's different, since you're here with me again, I'm so happy. I'm also happy to be together with you again, Yuffie. No, Rimuru-sama, she said. The two locked gazes, and their faces slowly drew closer to each other, and their lips locked in a kiss. From here on out, the two would go on adventures and fight off stronger foes. They fought true dragons together and fought a supreme angel who wanted to destroy all of creation just to revive his dead master. They faced the appearance of the world-destroying dragon, and together they faced all those challenges. They even got reunited with their old enemy, and this time, they managed to defeat him with ease. They even returned to their old world to see what happened to it after their deaths. To their relief, their old world was still alive, and they came to know that after their deaths, Algard was once again crowned as a crown prince. This time, he led the kingdom to prosper, and the history that Anisphia Wynn Paledia and Euphelia Magenta left behind was still preserved by the people. The people of their old world realized that after their deaths, there are things that are meant to be let go of, and they embraced the new generation that would come to move forward. In the kingdom of Paledia, a young boy with blonde hair and blue eyes was running alongside a young girl with black hair and red eyes. The two are the son and daughter of the king and queen of this country. Hurry up, we are going to be late, Ni-san, the young girl said as she sprinted towards the plaza. Today, there was a festival being celebrated every year dedicated to Anisphia and Euphelia, who sacrificed themselves to save their kingdom and the whole world. You two wait for us, their mother, the queen, said as she ran towards the two kids, followed by her husband. Mom, we need to hurry, the girl said while running and not looking at her surroundings, until she bumped into someone. OWW. Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there, the person said as she helped the little girl to get up. No, I'm sorry. I'm the one who isn't looking to where I'm running, the girl said as she looked at the person she bumped into, noticing the girl's short yellow hair and sapphire blue eyes. A certain image of someone that her father had told her about flashed in her mind. Carrera, let go, a voice called out to the girl. Ah, I need to go. Here, take this as a token of apologies. Carrera handed over a tiny dagger with a gem on it and left. The little girl saw the other one with silver blue hair that also matched the image her father used to tell her about. Just as she was about to catch up with her little brother, father, and mother, they caught up to her. Mom, Dad, I think I saw Auntie Anisphia and Auntie Euphelia, and they gave me this. The little girl showed the small dagger. King Algard looked at it and he couldn't have been mistaken. This was the work of her idiot sister. He wanted to see her, but he couldn't see even a shadow of her nor Euphelia. So, even in death and reincarnation, you two are still together, Algard said as a stream of tears followed down his eyes. Nay-san. Wherever you are right now, I'm glad that you're alright, and I hope that you are living your life to the fullest. I'm living my life to the fullest, Al-kun, a voice said in his mind. In the middle of the street, Algard saw two familiar figures holding hands together. The two turned around and looked at him with a smile on their faces before disappearing into thin air. End.